Plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business. I live this, it's automatic. I win this, so you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus I'm storming on you chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid. I'm harder than nails. Plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division, but they gone fishing with no bait. Kid, your boy, hold weight. I got my soul straight. I brush your mouth like Colgate. In any weather, I'm never better. Your boy's so hot, you never catch me in the next man's sweater. If they hate, let them hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay your ass down for the 3-second tan. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
It's gon' be what it's gon' be. 5 pounds of courage, buddy base, 10 pants with a gold tee. It's a war dance, a victory step. A raw stance is a gift, and you insist it's my rep. John Cena trademark, y'all are so-so. And talk about the bread you make, but don't know the recipe for dough. Aiming guns in all your photos, that's a no-no. When this pop, your lip lock, your big talks are blatant no-so. See what happens when the ice age melt. You see monetary status is not what matters, but it helps. I'm rocking timepiece by Benny, if any. The same reason y'all could love me is the same reason y'all condemn me. A man's measured by the way that he thinks, not clothing lines, ice links, leather and minks. I spent 20 plus years seeking knowledge of self. So for now, Mark Brecker's living life for wealth.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Suplex Syndicate, and I am joined this week with Razor Squatch and our new co-host, and we got to give a warm welcome to her, Gina, the Rudolph Ziggler. Change the name this week. There we go.
Yeah.
She has me beat. I mean,
so how are we doing this week? How are we going? How's it going?
Fantastic. I was able to go to a double taping, so I feel like I'm on the top of the world, and I know a lot of things that are going to be happening this week. Keep an eye for me in the background of some matches. Hi, Hope. Hi, Marley.
Alrighty. Well, I'll tell you what, before we get started, let's say hi to some people. First in was Marley.
My baby cousin.
Marley Meadows. There we go. Thanks for coming in. Next up, we had Hope Loves Sadie.
Loves Eddie. Hi, Hope.
And we got Robert Allen. What's going on, Robert Allen?
Albert.
And we got this rock star in the room. I'd like to call her my sister, Melissa. What's happening?
Hey, what up, Melissa?
Hi, Mom.
And
We
who
we,
else
we,
we
we
got
were
here?
we were just talking about her backstage. We need to get her on the show.
Yes, we do. Yes, we
Yeah.
do. Got Born Bearded in. What's going on, Born Bearded?
Yo, what's going on,
And
bud?
who else we got? We got True North Beard Co. What's going on, True North? What's happening?
Hey, what up?
Hi.
And we got Michael. Whoop,
Michael.
Michael, what's happening? All right, we are caught up on the hellos.
Oh, by the way, Michael is the winner of my Ultimate Sasquatch giveaway that I did for the Black
Nice.
Friday. It is
Nice.
stuck. He's like an hour and a half away, 2 hours away from me, and it's stuck in the post office somewhere up in North Jersey, and it's annoying me. It's annoying
Oh,
me
that's
very much so.
fantastic. That's
So,
fantastic. Always a fun time at the post office. So,
oh,
without
100%.
further ado, let's kick it off. Let's get Raw going.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Before I talk about Raw, we I have to do the weekly AEW update. This past, I think it was on, what was that, Wednesday night, right? It was a MJF promo. It was a 4-way promo with him, Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, and Hangman Page. And MJF like legitimately cooked all three of them at the same time, which
Right.
was absolutely crazy. And which, especially with Samoa Joe, Samoa Joe never gets cooked ever, and
Right.
he just handed his head to him, and it was a great promo. I missed the old MJF. I missed the old heel MJF. I'm glad to see he's back. But with that, I had to get that out of the way. Like I said, that was our weekly AEW update. So, all right. Now on to Raw. Gunther actually opened up the show, and he got what's the level above nuclear heat?
Yeah.
Like it was just nonstop
Thermal
Roman
radiation.
Reigns. Yeah,
Thermal radiation. Yeah.
kind of reminded me of when they were force feeding us Roman Reigns
Oh,
before he became like at that big dog era where
oh,
everybody just booed him. It reminded me of that. And I was there for one of those shows, and I know how loud that got. So yeah, he basically kicked off the show. It went close to 5 minutes, and I think he said like 4 words. And every time he tried to say something, he would get cut off with more boos. So he just basically solidified himself as their number one heel of all time now. Well, I wouldn't say of all time, but for this generation, their number one heel.
Right.
Yeah. So
Jay is actually at his company Christmas party. So he has not been replaced. He is just at his company Christmas party.
yeah. So yeah, that was it was interesting. And then every time you thought he was done, he would run back into the ring to get more boos. He was jumping up on the announcers tables. He was living this up. And then he actually did a little skit with behind after that promo. They did a backstage thing, and you could see like the adrenaline finally wearing off, and his face starting to get flushed. And like he's like, "Oh my god!" You could see it in his eyes. He was like, "Oh my god, I wasn't expecting all this." Yeah, so it's. I can't wait to see what they do, and hopefully they don't drop the ball with this because
Right.
they set Gunther up to be not a monster heel, but just a very solid in place heel. So,
Right.
which is really nice. Um, I'm just trying to think because unfortunately my notes are kind of out of order. So I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit. There was a tag team match between the Usos and the New Day for the number one contender match. It was a decent match. And there was one massive botch that Jimmy did, trying to come off the. He got whipped into the corner, and he was supposed to do something, and he messed up, and he ended up outside the ring. But the Usos won, so they're the number one contenders for the title. Which okay, I'm not huge about. So like it's just like I said, we mentioned this last week. The tag team division is so weak right now. It really doesn't
Right.
matter at this point. There was going for a little bit further. There was a Rhea Ripley and Io Sky promo, and then they ended up getting attacked by Kabuki Warriors. And like they had Rhea basically down and double teamed, and then Io came out to make the save and ended up taking a very nasty elbow from Kyrie off the top. Like she was trying to save Rhea by covering her, and then just took this nasty elbow coming off the top. So, and then Rhea ended up getting misted by Asuka. So that sets up a match for next week with their 1 year anniversary, which they've talked about quite a bit in the show. It's the 1 year anniversary on Netflix. So
Actually,
yeah.
tomorrow the match is airing. The anniversary is January 5th.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yes,
I'm
I
saying
saw it.
next week, as in this past Monday, going into this coming Monday. So then we had a world champion, a women's world championship match between Stephanie and Raquel Rodriguez, which actually the match itself was fine until Nikki threw herself into it, and it wasn't good. Like, I'm tired of Nikki Bella. Like, it's
Yeah.
just she
Yeah.
seems out of place. I hate to say it. She keeps on saying, she caused a disqualification, which pissed off Raquel. Raquel actually ended up getting thrown into the steps, and the photo afterwards, she had a big goose egg on top of her head.
Mhm.
She ended up going into concussion
Mhm.
protocol, I guess, because
Right.
of it. So it was actually, like I said, it was a solid match. Like Raquel's a solid worker.
Hmm.
Stephanie's a very good worker.
Right.
It was actually a pretty good match. And then after the match, Nikki was like, "Well, these people should be shining my shoes. They can't keep up with me, but it's not getting over. Like, it was just."
I think the problem is, like we talked before, is that women like Nikki Bella were good at their time, right?
Yep.
But these women
Yep.
now are so much better. They're better athletes. They can do a lot more. She's outclassed, and nobody's buying
Exactly.
it. Nobody's
Exactly.
buying that she's even
Exactly.
in the same league. So, yeah, I'm with you. They need to figure out something to do with her because she needs to go away. She's not fitting in
And
this
if for
women's
so,
league.
and if for some reason she wins the title, it's gonna be bad. It is going to
Yeah,
be bad.
yeah.
Um, there was a CM Punk promo on there, uh, responding to Braun Breaker's previous promo that he cut on him, and the fire in his eyes, especially when he brought up, if you ever bring up my wife's name again, he went after Braun's family and like legitimately just tore them down. Was cutting at that forest, and he's like called him a nepo baby. He said he was gonna piss in his skull. Like, he went after him. And then so that was interesting, but you could see the fire in CM Punk's face, and I can't tell if that was fake heat or real heat, like he actually had with him. But either way, I'm here for it. It's going to be a good match. I'm here for it. That's actually supposed to be next week on Raw, which is really weird because this coming Raw, they have a match like that on TV, which I don't understand, but it is what it is. Then there was a Maxine Dupree women's title match. It I watched it, unfortunately, and there was no crowd reaction at all. Like, it was silent, and I realized Maxine Dupree looks like if is it Jesse Spano from Saved by the Bell had a kid, and I can't stop seeing it. I'm like, all right. But it was Ivy Nile, and Ivy Nile, I don't know what is going on with her, but she looks old. Even though she's probably in her 20s, she looks
Mhm.
like she's like 42 and she's been smoking for like 14 years. It just it I don't know what's going on with that, but so you had that. Then you had the main event, which was Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. And of course, the again DQ. Um, Logan Paul actually got helped out by the Masked Man, and come to find out, it was we had guessed it. It was Austin Theory behind the mask. CM Punk came out. There was something that CM Punk did that I'm thinking to myself, if you're coming out to save somebody, why are you bringing the world title with you and throwing it like that? Like, you
Right.
have a chair. Just bring out the chair with you. You'll be fine. We understand that you're still still the champ,
Right.
with or without the belt.
Right. So while we're on the mask, man, what do you two think? Do you think it's only been one, or is there a possibility that there's been two different hoodie individuals?
Just the one.
I'm kind of
Considering I know what happens on Raw tomorrow, I still think it's only one.
Yeah.
I
okay.
Yeah.
think it's only Theory,
Right. Right.
but
It's
I think Theory might be with Seth.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yep.
And then after that beat down, and then CM Punk got beat down. But Braun, like, as he's yapping to Theory, Braun, he comes off the top rope, and Braun just like basically cuts him in half with a spear.
Yeah.
And then Braun's like, "Well, if you ever talk about my family again, you're never gonna walk again." And I was like, "Oh, good lord, this heat."
Mhm.
But yeah, so that was Raw. Like, overall, it was a solid Raw. Like, it was the first Raw after the Cena generation.
Mhm.
It built up a heel, and now they're gonna go forward from that. So
Right. What do you think, Gina? What do you think about Raw?
Um, okay. So my main comments here are people are very upset with the booking. When Gunther came out, there were signs that say Triple H sucks.
Yeah.
People were chanting Triple H sucks. They were
yeah,
saying
Yep.
fire Triple H, all this
it was,
stuff. They're mad about the booking. And if he doesn't get his act together after this 1 year on Netflix, tides are gonna turn. Um, Also, I have down, what is the point of Grayson Waller in the New Day?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
That was
Um,
another one.
he kind of is just there, which is
Right.
sad because I really like Grayson Waller. You're giving
Mhm.
Theory the push, which is fine. I mean, this might be his last chance at having a great push in the company, even though he's only 28. They've tried so many shticks with him and they've only gotten over so much.
Yep.
But what is Waller doing in the New Day if
Right.
Sami
Right.
Zayn doesn't come help the Usos at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's my only that's my only thing I could see happening, because if you're gonna
Right.
do a 3-on-3, you might as well just bring back Sami Zayn into the mix. I also think that Braun Breaker's a lot more calculated than we are supposed to believe he
Mhm.
is, because
Right.
obviously you dumb him down, you make him think, Steiner math, he's a Steiner, he's not gonna be smart. I think he's gonna be a lot more calculated than we think. I think he's gonna be
Right.
a big, big part in these coming months here leading up to Mania. I think he's going to be very important. With Ivy Nile, before this match, I think she just needs a character rebuild.
Yeah.
We had a dark match this week, which was Alpha Academy versus American Made, and it was just the men. But American Made got no noise. They're good
Right.
wrestlers. You
Yep.
just need a new gimmick. Ivy Nile is a fantastic technical wrestler. Um, but I do think that she will need a new character, or, she might get those release
Right.
papers. If you're not over with the crowd, even if you are a fantastic wrestler, you might not stay in the company as long as you need to be or as long as you want to be, which is very, very sad. But
See, you wouldn't thought Chad Gable would be that much to that group, but he
Right.
carried that group, like, because you
Yeah.
had Maxine Dupree, who was basically just a face. You had Otis, which was great, and then you had Tanawa, which is comic relief. But Chad Gable carried that. It carried that group.
I
Right.
agree. So those are my thoughts on Raw this week. I think everything led up to the Raw tomorrow very well. So without saying too much, I think that that's what needs to be done. I'm glad Maxine's getting the push. It's good to see some new faces
Mhm.
and some title contests at this point, because it is getting kind of tired.
Mhm.
Very
Agreed.
much so.
Agreed. Alrighty. Next up, we had NXT.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. One last thing. Did you see the sign that said Triple H sucks? That, like, started the show. It was right there at the very beginning of the show, and I'm like, and then you didn't see it the rest of the night. I thought that was great. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You guys, NXT was crazy. this week. It was crazy. And like I said, tune into NXT because they have the craziest stuff going on all the rosters right now.
Right.
We opened the show with a title match. It was Blake Monroe versus Thea Hale. If you haven't heard the results of what happened online yet, Thea Hale won the championship
Yeah.
through a
Yep.
botched finish. What people are saying online is that Thea Hale did her move a little bit too hard. She winded Blake Monroe, and even if Blake Monroe kind of got that shoulder up, she also was completely pinning down. Thea Hale was completely pinning down her shoulders. It's really difficult because Monroe, first of all, I don't think she should be in NXT. I know that was her
Yeah.
decision herself, but she could really be taking over the women's division on SmackDown. I'm sure when we get to SmackDown, I'll talk about whose position she can be in. But yeah, the official ending was that Thea was the women's champ. It was really, really messy. Blake's music started playing. Um, Man, it's been a while since you've seen something like that where a botch changes a title. The one I think of is Caitlyn and Eve
Yeah.
Torres a
Hmm.
long time ago, flipping her out of the ring. It's difficult because you can tell no one was really happy with that ending, and because these shows are pre-taped heading
Right.
into New Year's, they had everything still keeping Blake retaining, so they had to go back, refilm, and there should be a match for them set at New Year's Evil, which is one of the NXT, live events. Then we got a promo from a backstage little segment from the group The Culling, which is Izzy Dame, Nico, and Sean Spears. Nico's got a little doll, meaning Tatum Paxley is targeting him after the events happened. We got Ethan Page coming out doing a promo. I've talked about him on the show before. I adore Ethan Page, but he shouldn't be in NXT anymore. Please get that man to SmackDown. He's wonderful on the mic. He was great in AEW. He's so fun in the ring. He's got charisma. People like him. He's really over, but it is hard to be a heel in NXT because you will just get booed out the building.
Right.
The NXT people like almost react louder than the main crowds do sometimes. So Ethan was calling Tony D'Angelo out for just stalking, not really making a move. Then we had Stax and Ariana Grace come out saying, "We want we want the mixed tag team gold." That ends up not happening. And then Moose from TNA comes out and says, "Well, I want your North American title." That's going to air, I believe, this coming week or maybe next week. So we've got Moose versus Ethan Page confirmed. Then we had a tag match, Hank and Tank versus OTM. Hank and Tank won that. They're just like goofy baby faces tag team.
Hmm.
They're easy to get over. The crowd likes them.
Right.
I wasn't a huge fan of the match, but it was pretty good. We had a Ricky Saints promo. He was saying he can carry any brand, he can do anything. Now that he turned heel, he is so fun to watch. Every time I see this man, I'm like, man, he's good. He's good. And I can't wait to see him with the big dogs. He ended up getting attacked by Javon Evans. And then he was slammed through the announcer's table. Then through a backstage segment, we've got another confirmed match. That's going to be Sol Roca versus Chelsea Green for the
Hmm.
US title. That's going to be aired
Right.
on NXT, not on SmackDown. They're really trying to go for Ethan and Chelsea's double titles right now, but I don't think they're going to take them off of them yet. I feel like you're building them up. I feel like you got to get Ethan to main roster before you take the title off of him so he can go for another title. Then we had another tag match, which was Fatal Influence, Laney Reed and Fallon Henley against Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray, Ren QCC. That was such a good match. All these women are fantastic. They are great wrestlers. Kendall Gray wins pinning Fallon Henley, which is kind of shocking. Kendall Gray, she is a WWE Evolve talent. So she's below NXT standards, and still they have her in the picture for the NXT Women's Championship. She is so great. She's definitely one to watch. Invest in Kendall Gray stocks now because they are going to skyrocket. There was another segment that they had to throw in there with Blake crying for the title. Jordan Grace was assisting Thea Hale in that promo. Then we find out that, referencing back to the Culling promo, Nico is lost, and now no one can find him. And there's a match set up for next week, which will be Lola Vice versus Izzy Dame. This will be that coming week, and Nico Spears was not on the promo poster. He wasn't on the promo for it, so it's either he was written off TV or he's allying with Tatum now. So I'm sure we'll find out what happens soon. Then we have Stax and Grace talking with the LFG season 2 winners, who are Shiloh Hill, who just had his debut, and Skylar Ray. They're talking about they wanna face off too. It does seem to me like we're starting to build some sort of mixed tag team thing going on.
Yeah.
With the AAA titles, a lot more talent are starting to ally with each other, and it looks like to me that we might get a push for more mixed tags here, because I know it goes really over in AAA. The show ended with a fatal 4-way #1 contender match. We had Leon Slater, who's the TNA X champ. We had Miles Bourne, Joe Hendry, and Dion Lennox from Dark State. It looked like Leon Slater had a bad knee injury a little bit towards the end of the match. But I mean, I guess he's fine because nothing has come out about it. Leon Slater did end up being the #1 contender to the NXT Men's Championship against Opa Femi. And then the show ends with Tony D looking over the audience. And I will just say it. I'm sick of Tony D. Please let it go.
Yeah.
That was NXT.
Right. I like watching NXT. I catch it when I can. My main thing is please send Jordan Grace up to
Yes.
SmackDown. She deserves better than being stuck at, I hate to say stuck at NXT, but it's time. Bring her up. And there's like probably 4 other individuals on NXT.
There's supposed to be I'm sorry, Dino.
No,
There's
go
supposed to be a big call up. Like Trick
Yeah.
Williams is supposed to be coming up I think he's
Yes.
coming up to SmackDown.
Trick
And
Williams
like
is on SmackDown, I can confirm.
Yeah, and a couple
Yeah.
other bigger names. They're being called
Yeah.
up, so which means they're
Right.
making room, which I'm all for because I actually
Right.
really like Trick Williams.
Right.
Can I do a little spoiler for tomorrow if I give a warning?
You can do whatever you want. You are part of the show. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, this is a spoiler for tomorrow night's episode. If you don't wanna know who's being called up to main roster, plug your ears. We got a backstage promo with, Javon Evans, and the GM of Raw said, "Let's talk about your future of the company, next week." So it seems like
Right.
he will be called up to main roster with Trick Williams, who also had a backstage segment on SmackDown. So it looks like SmackDown and Raw are getting a new talent.
So
Right.
Very exciting.
hold on. Wasn't he supposed to be facing one of the
Oh,
American?
wow. He did.
The
Wow.
American Grande folks. I forget the shorter of the 3. I forget who it is, but
El Rayo, Pete Dune.
Yes.
That match will be aired tomorrow.
yeah.
Right.
So
Alrighty. Well, bringing it in, let's get to SmackDown. Who wants to do SmackDown?
oh, that would be you. I only
Not me.
watched a little bit of it. I know nothing about SmackDown.
I got one little clip of it. That's all I
Yeah,
got.
I've seen
Gina,
about
did you
34
watch
seconds of
SmackDown?
it.
I was at the live taping. I can run with what I know happened on the
Sure,
show. We
sure,
had
yeah.
Lash Legend and Nia Jax
Yeah.
again versus the Kabuki Warriors. I feel like Lash and Nia are really a tag team to kind of look for here.
Yes.
Both of these
Yes.
women are insane talents, and honestly, I know a lot of people are saying Nia benefits Lash. I think Lash benefits Nia because she wasn't really over as a singles competitor on SmackDown, and now
No.
that she has a tag partner with the
Right.
talent that Lash does, it's
Right.
interesting. The women's tag division is really heating up, and sometimes I wish some of the women weren't stuck in what I would call the tag team vortex, because you're losing some of your great talents on SmackDown to this
Exactly.
vortex. You don't have Charlotte Flair going for titles. You don't have Alexa Bliss going for titles. Give Alexa Bliss a singles title. It is way past that point.
Yep.
I know Cody Rhodes cut that promo. Love, love, love Cody. Um, I do think they will turn him heel soon, and
Oh
I
yeah,
think
you can
it will
see it.
happen after the match with Drew McIntyre, because I will say I do think Drew McIntyre is winning that title off of him.
Right.
Like, I can sit here and fully say that
Right.
as a
Right.
Cody fan. I think he will be
Right.
losing that title to McIntyre at that match that the stipulation will be announced Friday. I'm not gonna
Right.
say,
Right.
but I think the title will be Drew McIntyre's, which I love Drew McIntyre, and I love Cody too, but I do love Drew McIntyre, so it will be fun to see him as, the champion of the Blue Brand.
Right.
But Cody, he's so much fun when he's cocky and he's arrogant. It's
It's
like
fiery.
I'm getting
Right.
flashbacks, you know?
I'm
Yep.
telling you what, when I saw his promo that he cut this last week, the glasses, he was wearing Ric Flair style glasses. He's got that Rolex on. He's dressing, he's styling and profiling. The way he said what he said, I'm telling you, they're making him this generation's Ric Flair. They're
Yeah,
gonna mold
like
him like that. He's going like that.
yeah, you can see the framework of the heel
Yep.
Cody. He's gonna lose. He's gonna go
Yep.
away for a little bit, and then
Right.
when he comes back, he's gonna be 100% heel. You can see that. Oh, by the way, going back to the Nia Jax and Lash,
Mhm.
they need to come up with a name for that tag team because
Right.
they both have two really solid names. Like
Right.
but they gotta either mash them together and come up with a really great name for that tag team. So
I
I'm
agree.
sorry.
Mhm.
No, I totally agree with that. Um, but yeah, with Cody being heel, I feel like it would
Right.
work if he had a little bit more time with the company. I know a lot of
Yep.
that's not his fault this year, considering him and his wife had a
Right.
daughter. Congratulations to
Mhm.
Cody and Brandy. He was filming Street Fighter. Now he's doing promo for Street
Right.
Fighter, which I am very excited for the Street Fighter movie.
Right.
Um, but
Oh
Cody being
goodness.
heel going into Mania would be so much
Right.
fun. I'd love to see
Right.
a heel Cody at
Mhm.
WrestleMania. Um, Another thing that happened on SmackDown, who else did we have on SmackDown?
Jade got whacked
Jade got
backstage.
whacked.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Jade needs to defend her title, is all I'm gonna say. She's had the title for almost 2 months, I think, and I don't think she's defended it.
Yes, she has.
I How many
She
times?
has a couple times
Yeah, it was,
more than Roman Reigns.
yeah. They were both squash
Yeah. Yeah. She's had
matches.
squash matches. She's done it. You can see
It
they're
was
building
fun.
up with Meechin because she took out B-Fab.
B-Fab.
Yeah.
She
Which
took
I
out
think B-Fab is gonna join Jade from
yeah.
the promos that
Yeah.
happened, this coming Friday. You'll see there was a
Right.
little backstage B-Fab,
Mhm.
and it was really
Yep.
funny. I was in the audience, I turned to my friend, I'm like, "Oh, that's B-Fab," and the guy next to us is like, "Who
Yeah.
cares?" So, I don't think B-Fab's really over with the audience,
Right.
They
but we did
they
have Oh, go
oh
ahead.
god. I
No,
was gonna say she needs her lackeys, somebody who she can send out, can
get
stop
people
beating
back.
out of, and she's not taking really any damage. That's what she needs.
Which actually reminded me of something that happened on last week's SmackDown, Julia versus Alba Fire.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Right.
I love I do like the Secret Herbalist. I have a soft spot for Chelsea Green. I think she's
Mhm.
really funny as a comedy wrestler, and she's technically talented. She understands what it takes to be needed in the company. Julia is a fantastic wrestler. She just It's hard. It's the same feeling I have with Stephanie Vicaire. You just need to establish yourself. Vicaire's got the devil's kiss. That's the one thing that has kind of been putting her over.
Yep.
Wyatt Six versus the
Yeah.
MFT, ending in a no DQ. Um, but unfortunately, Julia's just not over with the crowd. I saw this in person, no
Right.
pop. And she's a fantastic wrestler. But you need to, and I've been saying this about Ivy Nile too, you need to establish these women as
Right.
characters
Yep.
before you have them go for titles.
Right.
Yep.
Because why would I root for Julia if, Chelsea Green's got this whole comedy thing and, haha, it's funny, she's running, she's screaming, she's got her lackeys in the match.
Yep.
Julia's just like, oh, she's there. Like, even at this point, it feels like Kiana James is more
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
then Julio, which is
Yep.
sad.
Mm.
Chelsea Green, Canadian, fellow Canadian. Those are,
Mhm.
like, I always say my cousins because we're in Michigan, so I
Yeah.
say, like, those are my cousins are
You're
Canadians.
here.
So
Sorry,
so
that joke will always
even
be funny.
even with Jay not here, he still is mentioning the
The Wyatt
Wyatts. So we,
6.
Yeah.
we gotta so he gets one on the Wyatt meter. There we go.
Boo. And that's a negative one because he's not here. It doesn't count.
I I think the hard thing with the Wyatt 6 versus the MFTs right now is that, 1, I think Solo should be a mid-card comedy
Yep.
heel
Yeah.
or babyface. He is so funny in person. Once SmackDown went dark last week, he came out and he was on the mic and he was yeeting with Jay, and it was really funny. He is a hilarious guy, but
Right.
I don't see an ending to this feud that would be satisfying.
Oh no. No.
Right.
Because
They're
either
just
you're
they're
gonna
both
squash
just
the heels or
there.
you're gonna squash the
Yep.
bloodline.
Yep.
Right.
And we already know that, like,
Mhm.
they're going to push the bloodline, which is fine. I do like seeing Solo wrestle. I like Tala. I like Tama. JC Mateo, we've barely seen wrestle since he's debuted in the company. But I don't see an ending that would be completely satisfying unless another faction were to join this little mix up here, or someone was thrown in like Sami Zayn in the bloodline, and you're like, oh, that's funny. Like, now Sami Zayn is here and he's saying he's a part of this family. Something needs to happen to make it more interesting than it is. Because, I mean, you can have the most interesting wrestlers in the world in a feud, and if there's no good storyline there, then it's just not going to be fun to watch.
And with them, they're I hate to say it, with both of them, they're just floating. They're not pushing either one of them to be,
Mhm.
like, it kills me because with the Wyatt Six, they do have the options of actually becoming like people that shouldn't be messed with. I mean, just take for example what Loomis did with the Miz
Yeah.
5 years ago, where he
Right.
was that stalker, and they haven't done anything like that since. And it's just they're both floating there. They both need something. I don't know if they need to switch brands, and when they do, one of them does come over, they start destroying people or what. But
Right.
something needs to change. Like,
How I would write the Wyatts would be same thing, have them float in the background during backstage segments, have them kind of split up and go for every single title. Go for
yeah,
every single title. Try to make them look strong and then have a group try to defeat them. It's not
exactly.
working because the Wyatts have had the tag titles since SummerSlam, and
Right.
no one has won them off of them.
Right.
You can't do a faction war if the only titles you have are, the tag titles. It would
Exactly.
have been interesting if it was Judgment Day versus
Right.
the
Yeah.
Wyatt Six.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Right.
Judgment Day is gonna break up
Yeah.
very soon.
Yeah.
Very, very
Uh,
soon before
I'm
me.
sorry, Finest. I vote for Jay to be the guest. That's fine. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry. Sorry.
But no, it's hard because it's like, where exactly is this angle going? I like the Wyatt
Exactly.
Six.
Exactly.
Right.
I like having someone be like a threat to the brand. You want someone to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna tear this down from the inside." But then the Wyatt Six come out and it's like, "Ha ha, we just got the tag titles." Okay?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
they're just
you're not the mid-card champ, you're not the number 1 champ, like, you don't have Cody's belt. You don't have, Dragunov's belt,
Right.
and
Right. I I
you
I
you don't have
think
a
it's
women's
the
belt.
curse. I think it's the curse of the Wyatt Six. Every time they bring the Wyatt Six out, they push them for a month and then they're in the background. They go away, they bring them back, they push them for a month, they go in the background, they go away. It's like a curse for this shtick gimmick. I don't know why they keep doing it to them. Like, you're absolutely right. These guys should be monsters. They should be the scary Wyatt Six going out doing scary things, and they're not letting them do what they should be doing. And I don't understand. Why spend all this time, effort, and money into this and not let them do what they're supposed to do? It makes no sense.
Well, I
none
think
of.
if Drew wins that belt off of
Mhm.
Cody, I think we will have Uncle Howdy go against Drew.
But see, to me, that's kind of unsatisfying because you look at him. What has Uncle Howdy done in the past 3 years? Why would you put him again?
Absolutely.
And
Carry
Yeah,
on Wyatt's legacy, and I feel like that's the only reason the Wyatt Six are still going.
sure,
yeah.
but here's the thing: just because you have Wyatt's legacy, why throw a belt on him? He's not heavyweight guy. He's not a heavyweight champion contender. You know what I
It's
mean?
just
It's not
it, I hate to say it, but to be honest with you,
right,
I would love to see them actually just break up. Like I
That's
hate
what I
to
was
say
gonna
it,
say.
just because like
yep,
you have Eric Rowan that could
right.
be
Could be a
a
monster by
guy.
himself.
You
Yeah,
know, you have your tag team, and
right,
then Bo could just carry on this whole legacy by himself because that's really what it
right,
is.
right.
You know,
It
And what
just to
about
me,
Nikki Cross, former
yep,
women's champion,
and
right,
like
what is he
former
doing with her?
yeah,
She's there, but they're not
former
doing.
Miss
right,
They
Money in the
haven't done.
Bank?
right,
Like, do something with her, like, because you
right,
just can't have her just be there and not.
right,
When was the last time she wrestled? Like, I
Have
right,
can't
her
remember.
attack Chelsea Green. Have her
Yeah,
go for the
right,
mid part belt.
yeah,
Have
right,
her
exactly,
scare Chelsea. That feud would work so well, and that would
right,
exactly,
help the Wyatt Six get over.
right,
exactly. You know, so
right. And that's what I feel is like. I don't think that they're utilizing the Wyatt Six appropriately. Like Uncle Howdy should be going at least getting the mid card belt right now, at least
yeah,
trying to go after a mid card. Because if you stick him at the heavyweight, he's just not ready for heavyweight right now. I mean, he hasn't
exactly.
proved himself. Now, if they evolved Uncle Howdy into the Fiend and maybe made a fiendish character, I could see it. But as Uncle Howdy, I'm like, I'm sorry, Jay. I know you're listening, but I'm not here for that. I don't want to see Uncle Howdy win a belt yet. If he was the Fiend, if he came in as the Fiend, that would be cool. But I just, I think I don't think anybody wants to see it. You know,
I mean, it would help them if Alexa Bliss
right,
was with them,
right,
but
right,
Yeah,
Charlexa has not shown any signs of breaking up yet. But if they do
right,
break up, if Charlotte goes and ends up in Wyatt Six, Alexa goes and ends up in
right,
Wyatt Six, Charlotte goes for the women's championship, that would
yeah,
be satisfying for me to see. I would like to see another belt
right,
around Charlotte. I do love these two tag teaming, but it
right,
gets to a point where it's like, I want to see you guys fight different people. I don't want to see you guys
right.
fight Rio every week.
Right. You know
exactly.
what I think was a missed opportunity too, speaking of Charlotte is how many times have you seen her and Jade in passing do it, right? And it's almost like now you're like, you guys need to get this match going or else it's going to be too late because there's
Yeah.
been so much. I mean, you can make money on that match. People want to see a
It could
Charlotte
be a
Jade
Mania
match.
match.
Oh
Right.
yeah, that's what I
But
was
they
thinking. That
Easily.
but
that
they
has
right, but they got to
I
make
could
it
see that
happen.
on the marquee. You know.
Right. They got to
Like
make it happen. They got to make
WrestleMania
it happen.
Vegas, Cargill versus Flair. That would
Yeah.
be fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
But
Right.
it
Passing of the
all
torch
depends
match.
on what
I'd say.
happens for during this Rumble, because I
Yeah.
Right.
feel like there's gonna be a few shakeups here. I think
Right.
women are gonna come back. We don't expect to be coming back, like, people who
Sure.
aren't even in the conversation right now. Like, we even brought up Tamina, but I feel
Right.
like, Caitlyn, she cut her hair off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like we might see a return from her.
Right.
Just for Rumble. I feel like there's really gonna be people thrown in here because I think they're realizing this is getting really stale. No one
Right.
wants to see the same matches anymore because
Yep.
it has been the same thing every single week
Yep.
since
Right.
John
Exactly.
Cena turned face again.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
with that being said, let's head into future predictions.
There you go. Go ahead, Sam. So you know.
No, no, no. You guys go first. You guys
Oh,
go
I
first.
go first. Okay.
You go first.
You know, go ahead. You know, I want to hear what you said. What you got to say?
Okay. I know I said this last week, but I genuinely believe that it's gonna be LA Knight comes back during Rumble, wins the whole thing. But my thing is, and I was talking to my dad about this last night, who would he go for at Mania? That is the problem. Because, on the Netflix anniversary show, we have CM Punk versus Braun Breaker for the belt. Or would they be bold enough to give the belt to Braun Breaker, an up and coming heel? But it's the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
It's something where it's like, it's gonna be so hard to take that off of Punk, considering that he's usually a part-time guy, and now you're finally like, "Okay, he's got the belt. Are you going to take it off of him this early into the mix?"
Yeah.
Because I don't see LA Knight going for Dom Mysterio unless someone takes that belt off of Dom Mysterio. If
I mean,
Judgment Day breaks up,
I was gonna
I would
say
like
he's not
to see him versus Dom.
Corbin. He wouldn't. He would never go for a mid title card
No.
with a no.
But he was on SmackDown, and they
Mm.
just moved LA Knight to Raw this year.
Right.
So why would he return and not go for the Vision who attacked him and,
Right.
crushed
Yeah.
his sternum and had him out for a few months? Unless
Right.
somehow Bronson Reed gets the title, which I don't know how that would happen in the next few months. I
Right.
don't understand how LA Knight could go in, win at Rumble. Who's he gonna face at Mania?
I'll
As
tell
much
you
as I'd
though,
love to see that happen.
to piggyback off that, I don't think it's too soon for Braun Breaker to take it off CM
No,
Punk. I
no.
don't, because you got the vision, and if you're going to build the vision up to be what it needs to be, I don't see a problem taking the belt off CM Punk and letting Braun Breaker roll with it. I mean,
All right.
yeah,
I got. I hate to say it, but just for Mania and how much media presence he has, I have a feeling Logan Paul is actually going to win the title. Just hear me out. So LA Knight wins the Rumble. Paul is the champion, so he's going to go after Logan Paul because he knows he can beat Logan Paul. Like it's either him or Austin Theory, one of those
Who's
two.
belt?
yeah,
He's probably gonna be like he that's where it gets kind of funky because I haven't really truly thought it out all the way. But
Because
like,
honestly, I think we could do LA Knight go for Braun Breaker at WrestleMania and have CM Punk go against Gunther at Mania.
yeah, but we I mean, like maybe,
There was a face off between Punk and Gunther.
yeah.
Uh,
But we're gonna get more of an AJ Styles and Gunther before we get a Punk and Gunther.
I think they're building up to Punk and Gunther. I mean, there was a face off, it was like a minute long when I
Yeah,
was at Raw, and everyone was like silent because it was like they were just right there like that.
yeah,
And I feel like, if you're gonna take the title off of Punk, Punk's gonna say that he still wants to be at Mania.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, that is pretty good. That is a pretty good call. I mean, like
right,
seeing where Punk actually goes with this, and if he can survive, and when I say survive, I mean survive Braun
right,
this coming Monday. It's gonna be interesting.
right.
I also think Braun Breaker's gonna be the first one to leave the Vision as
Yeah,
well,
yeah. So
and
The other,
just run as a single star.
the other wild card you have too is so I have one big prediction. Gunter is going to retire Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is Brock's last match. Gunter is going to be the one to do it, but the wild card is we've already seen the WrestleMania promotion poster. Brock's on that poster. Who is Brock going to wrestle at WrestleMania?
yeah,
Who
exactly.
who who is he going to be there? There's a lot of crazy stuff that hasn't fit in yet. Trying to think about what's
Jericho!
going on.
Yeah,
I hope it's not.
he's supposed to be at
Oh,
Mania. Like
I hope
that's
it's
when
not
he's supposed to
Jericho.
make his debut as Mania. No, I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that either. That'll be
Even though
worse than
they had beef at one time, I don't want to see that.
it'll be
Um,
worse than watching Brock suplex John Cena 28 times in a match.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We don't
Um,
need to see that. Hopefully, maybe we get lucky, and maybe it'll be Oba Femi and Brock at WrestleMania.
I
That would
would
be
love,
fantastic.
I
That
would
would be
love that.
fantastic.
That would be great.
Yep, I would love
Um,
to see that happen. Love to see Brock pass the torch to Oba Femi because Oba Femi could be that monster if they let him.
absolutely. Like 6'6", 325, just built like
And then
a
it
house.
kind of softens up the retirement match with Gunter.
Yep.
Kind of softens it up, but yeah. And the only other prediction I have is soon we're gonna have some sort of ladies faction starting. It's gonna be you're gonna have Nia Jax, you're gonna have Jade, you're gonna have Lash Legend together. Maybe BFAB joins them. Maybe Jordan Grace joins them, but there's going to be some ladies factions going on. They've got to. We haven't had a really good, solid, badass ladies faction in a long time. A faction where you looked and were like, hey, these ladies can roll over everybody. Hopefully, Charlotte and Jade get it on at WrestleMania. Or there's also something else is when is um when is she's out?
Tiffany,
Not Tiffany.
Zoe Stark.
Bianca. When is Bianca Belair coming back?
That I don't know. I know Tiffany's coming back soon, so
Maybe
Right.
Mania.
Right.
maybe.
So here's the thing. The other big match I think that people want to see with Jade is Bianca. That
Oh
would be
yeah,
a
absolutely,
fantastic match. That's a
absolutely,
money match right there. So
100%.
depending on when she comes back, um, I'd love to see that match. And then you got to figure in what's going to happen when Naomi comes back too.
Yeah.
So a lot of crazy stuff happening in the women's league. Yep.
My prediction: Carmelo Hayes. What was it this week or is it next week? Carmelo Hayes wins
It's coming.
the yeah. Well, spoiler alert:
Right.
Carmelo wins a title,
I
and
think
I
I
was
want
and
to
it was
see that.
actually
there.
pretty. It was a pretty good match. I
Right.
seen some of it.
Right.
And he's gonna have a decent title reign. Like
Hope so.
Dragunov had a fantastic title reign. I'm a big Dragunov guy, but
Right.
Carmelo winning his title, he's gonna have a fairly long title reign. I can see it.
I
Right.
agree. I agree.
So
The
Right.
crowd went crazy for
yeah,
Mello. It
yeah,
was a great match. I can't wait for it to be televised. Me and my friends were losing our minds. Everyone around us was like, it was like everyone was united rooting for Mello. And it's
yeah.
not
Right.
even against Dragunov because people were
You
chanting for him too. It's just, it
right.
is Mello's time. It is his
Yep,
time. But
Do
yep.
who's gonna come for that mid card?
do you
Oh,
think
Trent,
though with
Trent.
Trick being called up that
Yep.
the friendship's going to rekindle with them too?
No.
Never know.
There's gonna be a definitely beef between them because they had chemistry in NXT,
Sure.
like it was crazy on how good their matches were,
Right.
and I have a feeling it's gonna be like that. So
Right.
For me, there's 2 backstage segments that I would pay attention to this Friday. One of them was Trick, but
Right.
Trick's went into Cody. And then
Yep.
Kit Wilson from Pretty Deadly
Mhm.
had a backstage segment, which also led into Cody. So I'm thinking they might throw Kit into the mid-card division,
Mhm.
just to job to Mello because
Right.
he is a good wrestler, he's entertaining. Pretty Deadly was semi over with the crowd as much as, a B-tier tag team could be, and, I mean, he's fun to watch, he is an interesting wrestler, and, I mean, he's good looking, so I feel like they could just throw him in there because now that Elton Prince is gonna be out for we don't know how long, I don't think they're ready to release Kit Wilson. I think they're just gonna have him go for that belt, just have him job a
Right.
few times, start a mini feud,
yep.
and see where we go from there. But I don't know what they're gonna do with Trick. I would like to see Ricky be called up to SmackDown, get him
Yep.
in that mix.
Oh,
Uh,
Right.
absolutely.
Mello versus Ricky
Mhm.
Saints would be really fun.
I'm
Ethan
here for
Page
that too.
versus
I'm here
Mello.
for. Like I said, I want to see a very long mellow reign because it's been long
Mhm.
overdue. They called him up what 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and he's just been a mid card guy this whole time. He actually has a belt now. I want to see what he does. Like I want to see what they do with.
Right.
And
Well, with that being said, let's hop into our list. We have a top 5
It.
list this week, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
why don't
Yes,
why
sir.
don't you start it off, Gina, with the top 5 list, and it was the entrances, right?
yes,
Entrance
entrance
teams. All right.
teams. Mine's are gonna be a little bit new school.
Mhm.
So my first honorable mention was LA Knight's theme, Welcome to LA. Just because every time you hear that, the crowd is like united as one person. I don't think I've ever heard people boo LA Knight. People get excited when they hear that LA Knight, and it's just fun. It didn't make my top 5, but it was so hard trying to rank all of them. Number 5, I have Holla, which is the Kelly Kelly theme. I wanted to
Mhm.
have a diva theme in there. I almost put Nikki Bella's You Can Look But You Can't Touch, but I feel like Holla is just it is classic diva. It worked so well for Kelly Kelly. So I had to throw that one in there. Number 4, probably one of, like, the best of all time, Sexy Boy, Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, the pyro, just
Mhm.
everything about that era. It just works. It works so well for him. I don't think it would have worked for anybody else. He had the charisma. He just had everything back then.
Mhm.
Which leads into the more modern day HBK. Number 3, I have Dolph Ziggler's theme, Here to Show the World. I
Yeah.
when that music kicked in
Sure.
and he cashed in for Money in the Bank against Del Rio, the crowd popped so
Yep.
loud. It's probably my second favorite cash in ever, and when it hit during the open challenge, people lost their minds. I feel like it's
Yep.
just one of those that it kicks off right away, like, you're not waiting, like how you wait for Roman, you're not waiting, like how
Yep.
you wait for the "Whoa" with Cody, it just
Yep.
kicks,
Right.
you're right in there. Number 2, Cult of Personality, CM Punk with the just
Yep.
everyone's on their feet immediately. And number 1, you can't have an entrance list without John Cena. If you want it to be Thuganomics, then yeah, I put Thuganomics. If you want me to put The Time Is Now, then yes, I put The Time Is Now. Any Cena theme you can think of, he has to be here. I mean, like even people who don't watch WWE can recognize both of those songs, which I think is impressive in itself. So that's my top 5.
Mhm.
I
Alrighty.
bet. Bet.
Squatch?
Um, I got 2 honorable mentions. Number 1 was The Rock. Not that crappy Wyclef Jean rap entrance that he had, but The Rock says The
Right.
Rock. The other one was the Y2J when he made his entrance when he came over from WCW. The Break the Walls Down. That would always get me. But my number 5 was Bobby Roode from NXT to Glorious as he's standing there spinning around in his Ric Flair robe. This one I will listen to no matter what time of day it is, no matter what's going on. It's the Shinsuke Nakamura live violin.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
always gives me chills no matter what it is. Number 4 was the CM Punk. That would be number 4 on my list. And then, excuse me, pardon me, 3. Number 2 is the Million Dollar Man. His little rap sting thing that he did back in the days, talking about everybody has a price. Yeah, it's true, and it's still to this day one of my favorites. But my number 1, if you grew up in the '90s, you would know Stone Cold Steve Austin and that glass break. That
Right.
that was probably the loudest pop that I've ever heard. Was that so?
Right.
As I
Right.
choke on air. So
Right.
yes.
Nice.
What you got?
Nice. So my honorable mention is Enzo and Big Cass. The Italian going off, and then when he come out and that
Yep.
like that and doing his little dance thing, it just kind of got and then him actually being able to non-scripted let it flow like he did. So that was my honorable mention. Number 5, Bill Goldberg. Once you heard that doof, 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 it kind of got you going, and you'd see him from the backstage hitting his head on a door and then walking out and getting showered by the pyrotech.
Of
Kind of a
course.
crazy thing. Yep. Number 4 is probably got to be Crow Sting. Just he had a couple different entrance theme songs when he was a crow, but they were always kind of dark and just kind of hit the mood. Um, 3 is got to be Ultimate Warrior. As soon as you heard that boom, and I know the biggest problem with him with his entrance was by the time he got to the ring, he was gassed.
Yep.
He blew up, he was gassed, but got everybody out of their seats and got everybody just that adrenaline flowing and going.
It was a fun
Number
15 seconds.
Yeah, right, right. That's why his match you can only do like 30-second matches, you know. Every match was like a squash match. But second, gotta be Legion of Doom Road Warriors. With the caveat of I actually like their entrance before WWE where they came out to Iron Man by Black Sabbath. But when they came to WWE and they had oh what a rush. There's a saying that everybody still says in the back, nothing like a Road Warrior pop, because that pop was something crazy. Number one on my list because he had a couple different personas he played, and it didn't matter which one he played. Undertaker, whether he was Undertaker where he first came out or when he started doing the really cold, cryptic, purple haze type of entrance, or when he was the American Badass. So all of his were fantastic, and yeah. So those were my 5 with my honorable mention. Yeah. All right. Yep. Next up, Gina's match of the week, and we got to keep this a little short. But what was your match of the week, Gina?
Guys, don't get mad at me, but it was New Day versus the Usos.
Let's see that.
I
Yeah.
didn't like Jay Uso as a single star, but him
Right.
and his brother have this flair to them. It's fun to see old rivalries be reunited, reflamed here. But I
Exactly.
do
Right.
want to drop this one question into everyone's head here and let them sit on it. Where are the Street Profits?
Right.
Nobody knows.
Where
Yeah,
are they? They've
nobody
been
knows.
gone for 2 months. Where are they? But
Nobody
yeah,
knows.
my match is New Day Usos.
Right.
Nice.
Great.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Alrighty, next up we got the Enzo meter.
Just the one. Just the one.
Just one.
And that was recent.
Gina, look at how happy the Sasquatch is about that. You see how happy he is about that? Every time I mention that guy, he gets headaches. Man.
You don't understand on the dark days that we had at the very beginning of these shows. It was painful for me. Right?
What do we
You guys
got
are
over
gonna have to
here? A
start.
hater? We got a hater over
It
here?
was
A
it was
hater?
painful.
You'll have to
Yeah.
start an LA Night meter for me because I will
Okay,
name drop
that's
that man
fine.
about 6 times per show.
And it was
And
twice for the Wyatts, so or
yeah,
once
I was
because it
gonna
was
say,
negative
so we
one
got
because he wasn't here.
yeah,
One
we
and a
got
half.
we got the new meter, the Wyatt 6 meter for 30 spray J.
Like
I
I said,
didn't want
it was one because the other one didn't
right,
count because he wasn't here. You know.
right. So I didn't want him to feel missed out, you know. We had to have the Wyatt 6 meter for him. Moving on, what's in your beard? It is Elegant Sasquatch Sunday. That's kind of a thing. So,
Yep.
what's in your beard? What's in your hair? I have
I
once again.
I'm rocking King Valor.
Look at that. Gina and I are rocking the Slammy Daddy.
I
Can't go
still have
wrong
it.
with it.
I
Can't go
have it
wrong with the
available
Slammy.
for like another week and a half. It's Elegant Sasquatch co.etsy.com. It's still available. Wow, look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's it smell? You guys like it?
It's
Very holiday.
amazing. I really do love
Thank you.
it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's awesome. Makes me smell like an available snack.
There you go. I got some new stuff coming up. First of the year, the brand new logo comes out, which I'm super excited about. Got the website coming very, very soon. Trust me, it's almost done. I've been working my tail off on it. Got some new stuff coming out. Got a new scent coming out next month. Got some good stuff coming. So
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Alrighty. Well, it is the end of the show, and let's wrap up. Any final thoughts or words you have? Anybody?
Everyone, look for me on TV this week.
All right.
During Charlotte's match on Friday, you'll probably see my sign in the back that says Friday Night Flair. So
Heck yeah.
pay attention to TV and you might just see a wild Gina.
There
Heck
you
yeah.
go. You can't beat that. That's
Right.
enough said right there. So
Well, for everybody on the Suplex Syndicate, thank you for joining in. We appreciate you. If you're watching a replay, we appreciate you. We will see you next Monday. But before we leave, we didn't decide what's our list for next show. Are we having a list, a top 5 list?
you know what? I'm not. It's with the holiday. I'm not going to try to put that pressure on us. Try to come up with stuff. We're all going to be
Alrighty.
busy. We're just gonna.
No
There's a lot
list.
of wrestling that we got to digest and go from there. So we're good without a list.
So no list. We are just going to have a regular show next week, which is awesome. But anyway, thank you everybody for showing up. Have a wonderful Christmas. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your loved ones. And as Santa Tom would say, the world could use a little more love. and kindness. So be kind to everybody and keep Christmas in your heart. With that being said, Suplex Syndicate is, and Gina, will you do us the honors and send us out?
Of course, I'm Gina. This is Tactical Santa, Razor Sasquatch, Miss and Jay, but Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We will see you soon.